Sharing the screen. Okay. Now let us review what we have discussed in the last class. Okay. So these are the properties. Okay. And I said the normal distribution is the distribution of a continuous random variable. Okay. It is the most important distribution in statistics and probability. And this is the graph of this normal distribution is called normal curve. And this is how the normal curve looks like. And we discussed that mean, median and mode are equal for the normal distribution, and it is a bell-shaped curve and is symmetric about mean, and the area under the normal curve is 1, and x-axis is asymptote, and we have seen that the areas under the normal curve, right, almost 99.99% of the area is in between mu minus 3 sigma to mu plus 3 sigma, right? And it has inflection points. There are 2 inflection points on the normal curve, which are at mu minus sigma and mu plus sigma. At the inflection point, the concavity changes from concave downward to concave upward. Okay. And these are the area percentages, right, that we have seen in the last class. And I said we can have infinitely many normal curves with the different means and different standard deviations. Okay, so the mean gives the location of line of symmetry. Standard deviation describes the spread of the data. Larger the standard deviation, lesser the height of the curve. Okay, when the standard deviation is less, the height of the curve will be more. Okay, and the last class we have seen graphically. Okay, for different standard deviations and different means, how different normal curves looks like. Okay, so this is having mean at 3.5, standard deviation 1.5. Mean at 3.5, standard deviation 0.7. See, lesser the standard deviation, the more the height of the curve. Okay, mean at 1.5, standard deviation 0.7. These are the points of inflection. Can you tell me which normal curve has a greater mean?
A. Sir, you're in mute.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. Okay, now you can see because the line of symmetry for A is about x equal to 15, and the line of symmetry is nothing but the mean. Therefore, A is having higher mean, right? A has greater mean. Okay, which curve has a greater standard deviation? Now, can you tell me between A and B, which curve is having more standard deviation?
B.
B.
B, sir.
B. Okay, more spread, more standard deviation, right? For curve A, spread is less, therefore it is having less standard deviation. Curve B is having more spread, therefore B will have more standard deviation. Okay, curve B has greater standard deviation. Now, just can you try this? The test scores for mathematics test are normally distributed. The normal curve shown below represents the distribution. What is the mean test score? Can you tell me the mean of this test score? The test scores are normally distributed. That is what he says. Just look at the line of symmetry and tell me. 650, 660,
675.
670, 680, 690, 700. 670. The line of symmetry is at 670, right? So just by observing the graph, sometimes we would be able to predict the mean. And what is the next question? Estimate the standard deviation. Can you tell me how to find out the standard deviation? Any idea?
Area.
Will area give standard deviation? See, standard deviation, one standard deviation is, we discussed about percentages of the area between mu minus sigma and mu plus sigma, mu minus 2 sigma and mu plus 2 sigma and so on, right? So will that be helpful for you to find out the standard deviation? See here, where inflection points are occurring at mu minus sigma and mu plus sigma. So the distance from mu to mu plus sigma is nothing but sigma only, no? So if you want to find out the standard deviation, it is sufficient for you to identify the location of inflection points. What do you mean by inflection points? The points where the concavity changes from concave downward to concave upward. Do you agree or not? So in the given graph, you identify where the inflection points. That will give you an idea about the standard deviation. Okay. So this is 700. This is 710. Do you agree that 710 the concavity changes? Okay. See. Okay, at 700 the concavity 710 concavity changes. So from 675 to 710, what is the distance? 675 to 710 is 35. Therefore, you can say that standard deviation is approximately 35. Is it okay? So through the graph, through the graph also you should be able to estimate the mean and the standard deviation. Okay. And the total area under the normal curve is 1. Whether it is normal curve or standard normal curve, total area will be 1. Right? And what is this called? X minus mu by sigma. I said when x is the value of a normal random variable having mean mu and standard deviation sigma, z equal to x minus mu by sigma is called z score. You remember? Why do we use this z score? To find out the probability from a standard normal distribution, right?
Sir, you are in mute.
Can you? Am I audible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So So any normal distribution can be converted into standard normal distribution. Okay, from standard normal distribution, we should be able to find out the normal probabilities. Okay, and I said almost 99.99% of the area is in between my 3 mu minus 3. Okay, so z value closer to minus 3.49, cumulative area will be almost 0. Okay, and from minus 3.49 to 3.49, the area cumulative probability or the area increases. Okay, and because it is symmetric about z x equal to 0 for a standard normal curve, exactly half of the area is in between, is to the left of x equal to 0, which is 0.5, because the total area is 1. So half of the area means 0.5 of the area is in between. Okay, that's left side of the normal curve, x equal to 0. Okay, so as z is approaching to 3.49, the cumulative area will be approaching to 1. It almost looks like 1. So this is what we have discussed in the last class. Okay, today we will see how to compute the, how to identify the probability, how to identify the probability through the normal distribution. Through the normal distribution. Okay. So see, so I said normal distribution is the distribution of a continuous random variable. But most of the problems, okay, you will see on discrete data, discrete probability distribution, okay, which behave like this. If you draw the histogram, you draw the frequency distribution, it looks like this, okay. It is almost looking like a bell-shaped curve, right? So what we do, we approximate this discrete distribution with the normal distribution, okay. So so though it is a it is something related to continuous probability density function, discrete probability distributions also approximated with the continuous random variable normal distribution. Okay, so don't be surprised. Okay, when we are doing the problems, okay, why frequency distribution or discrete probability distribution is given. Okay, so we will solve the problems using normal distribution with the assumption that the data is normally distributed. That means when you draw the graphs, it looks like almost a bell-shaped curve. Okay, so this is the default assumption. Okay, please remember that. Okay, whatever the problems we do on normal distribution, if it is a discrete data, we assume that it is following or it is almost looking like a normal distribution. Okay, now you see, I shared you normal distribution table, right? So this table gives the area from 0 to z. This table gives the area from 0 to z. What do you mean by area? Probability that a random variable is in between 0 to z. Okay, area under the normal curve, okay, between two lines is nothing but the probability. Okay, so and what are these z values? Okay, so how do you read these values? These column values are 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 and so on, right? And these are the second decimal of z. Horizontal values are the second decimal of z. Okay, so how do you read? If I have 4, 0.34, the area between 0 to 0.34, 0.3 is in the column, second decimal 4 you have to see horizontally. So the area between 0 to 0.34 is 0.133. 0.133. For example, look at this. The area between z is here. What is z value? 0.94. The area between 0 to 0.94 is 32.64% is given here. What do you mean by 32.64% in terms of probability? How do you convert this percentage into probability? 100% means 1, right? 0% means 0% means 0 in the probability. So that means what? 32.64 means what?
0.3264.
0.3264, right? 0.3264. So from the normal distribution table, when you look at 0.94, you should see 0.3264. Let us verify. I have to look at 0.9 in the column, 4 in the horizontal column, horizontal row. Okay, 0.94. 0.9 is here. 4 is here. So 0.94. What is that value you are seeing? 0.3264. 0.3264, which is nothing but 32.64. Is this clear to all of you? So that is
Yes.
how we compute the probability. Okay, that is how we compute the probability. See, 1.56. What should be the expected probability? 0.4406. 1.56. Let us see here. 1.5, 1.5, and 6. 1.56. 0.4406. Are you able to see this? Okay. So like that, we'll be computing the probabilities. Like that, we'll be computing the probabilities. Okay. There are two problems here. When z value is given, by looking at the distribution table, you will be able to find out the area between 0 and z. Or if the area is given, by looking at the distribution table, you will be able to find out the z. Okay. Sometimes z may not be given, probability may be given. Okay. So vice versa, both the ways this distribution will be useful. Okay. So when area is given, you will be able to find out the corresponding z, or when z is given, you will be able to find out the corresponding area. Is that okay? So based on this, we'll be doing some problems now. Okay, so that you will have a good practice on finding the areas. Okay, I'll have you note down the first problem. I'll copy this in the solutions place. Okay, I think it is written. Note down, all of you please note down the first problem. Determine the area under the standard normal curve. Determine the area under the standard normal curve. There are several questions under this. First one, between z equal to minus 1.2 and z equal to 2.4. Between z equal to minus 1.2 and z equal to 2.4. Let us do this problem first. Okay. Let me 1 second. I'm problem with writing using a bit distinction. Meanwhile, copy the remaining questions also. Did you copy? All of you copied the first problem?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let us see the first problem. Okay, you are asked to find out the area from z equal to minus 1.2, z equal to 2.4. Okay, so how do we do this problem? So I want to find out the area. To find the area between z equal to minus 1.242. Can you tell me? Z equal to
2.4.
2.4.
2. Okay. So what do you mean by this? How do you write down in terms of probability this? Probability of
Sir, it's
minus
from
1
minus,
point
not 2.4, sir, only 2.
minus 1 point. Okay. Okay. So how do we write this? Probability that minus 1.2 less than Z less than 2.4. Am I right? Because probability between two values gives the area between that two scores, right? So minus 1.2 is a negative value, 2.4 is a positive value. Okay. So this is minus 1.24 must be somewhere here. I'm not able to use the digital pen. So minus 1.24 is here. And 2.4 is here. So you have to find out the area between these two. Okay. You have to find out the area between these two. How do you find out the area? Area is given only from 0 to Z. Distribution is table is giving the area from 0 to Z only. It is not giving the area from 0 to negative value of Z. It is giving only from 0 to positive value of Z. In that case, what we have to do, we have to use the symmetry property. Okay. Suppose you have to find out the area from minus 2 to 0. Area from minus 2 to 0 is same as area from 0 to 2 because it is symmetric about z equal to 0. Is that okay? So if I want to find out the area from minus 1.22 to 2.4, first of all, how do I split this? I will split this as area from minus 1.2 to 0 plus area from 0 to 2.4. Okay, minus 1.2 to 2.4 is nothing but minus 1.20 plus 0 to 2.4. And because of the symmetry, I can write this as area from minus 1.20 is nothing but area from 0 to 1.2. Okay, so area from 0 to 0 less than z less than 1.2. Okay, because a distribution table is given only from 0 to positive values. So any negative value is there, using the line of symmetry, using symmetric property, you convert into positive. Plus probability that 0 less than z less than 2.4. Now look at your distribution table and tell me these values. What is the area from 0 to 1.2? 1.2 means 1.20, because when the second decimal is not there, you have to look at 0. Okay, so 0 to 1.2, where is 1.2? This is 1.2, 0. So what is the probability? 49.
0.3849.
0.3849. Okay, so this is 0.3849 plus what is the next area? 2.4. So 2.4, second decimal is not there, means you have to take 0. 0.4918. 0.4918. Is the total area?
0.8767.
876 4,
7.
8767. Okay, so that is how we are going to compute the probability. Okay, is this clear to all of you? Go to the next problem to find out the area from 1.23 to 1.87. So how do you find out this? The probability that 1.23 less than z less than 1.87. 1.87. Okay. So 1.23 is here. And 1.87 is here. And you have to find out the area between these two.
Probability of
You have to find out the area between these two. So how do you find out the area between these two lines?
0 to 1.87 minus 0 to 1.87.
Yes, 0 to 1.87 minus 0 to 1.23 gives the area between 1.23 to 1.87. Is it okay? So this is the area. This is nothing but probability that 0 less than, please do it, z less than 1.87 minus probability that 0 less than z less than 1.23. That's it. So look at the distribution table and find out the values. 1.87, 1.8, okay, 7, 1.87. What is that value? 0.4693. Can you see this? 0.4693. So 0.4693 minus, what is the next value? 1.23 you have to see. 1.23.
0.3907.
3907. 0.3907. Okay. And now what is the simplification?
0.0786.
0.0786. Okay. So next see the third one. Between minus 2.35 and minus 0.4. So probability that minus 2.35. So can you tell me what is that this one? Which one is smaller between these two? Minus 2.35 only, no? So minus 2.35 less than z less than minus 0.5. Now both z values are on negative side of z axis. Okay. Now I am able to use my pen. Okay. So minus 2.35 is here. Minus 0.5 is here. Okay. So how do you find out the area between these two?
From 0.5 to 2.35.
So you have to find out the area between these two. Okay. Whereas this value is minus 2.35, minus 2.35, and this is minus 0.5, 0.5. So area from minus 2.35 to minus 0.5 is same as saying that area from 0.5 to 2.35. Do you agree? Because the distribution table is only given for positive values of z. I have to convert these positive values to negative values to positive values. Okay. So z less than 2.35. Now, so minus 2.35 to minus 0.5 becoming a area from 0.5 to 2.35. This area I am finding. Okay. So this area I am finding because of the symmetry. To find out this blue shaded area, it is sufficient to find out this green shaded area. Okay. Now, how do you find out this green shaded area? This is 0.5, 2.35. Again, as discussed in the previous one, area from 0.5 to 2.35 is nothing but the area from 0.0 to 2.35 minus area from 0 to 5.5. Is it okay? So how do I write down this? Probability from 0 less than z less than 2.35 minus area 0 to 0.5. Again, look at your distribution table and compute 2.35, 0 to 2.35 values. 2.3,
0.490.
4906.
0.4946, 0.4906, 0.4906 minus 0.5 value, 0 to 0.5.
0.1915.
0.1915, okay, 0.1915, okay. So what is the simplification?
0.2991.
2991, okay. Now what is the next one? To the left of minus 1.90. You have to find out the area to the left of minus 1.90. So how do you write that mathematically?
Z less than minus 1.9.
So I have to find out to the left of minus 1.90 means this area you have to find out. Let us say this is minus 1.9. So how do you write down this mathematically? Left of
Less than.
probability that z less
Less
than
than minus 1.
minus 1.9. So how do you find out this normal probability? Z less than minus 1.9 is same as probability that this area is same as this area because of symmetry. If this is 1 minus 1.9, this will be 1.9, right? So how do you what do you mean by this pink shaded area mathematically?
Z greater than
Greater
1.9.
than 1.9.
Probability that z greater than 1.9. So how do you find out probability this right tail area?
1 minus P of
Is it 1 minus?
0 to
0.5.
We know half of the area is 0.5, no? We know this half of the area is 0.5. So from 0.5 you remove the area from 0 to 1.9. That will give the area from 1.9 onwards. Is this clear? We always have to use the right half of the standard normal distribution. Total area is 1. Right half area is 0.5. From right half area, if you remove the area from 0 to z, you will get the tail area. You will get the tail area. Is that okay? So, if I want to find out right tail area, I have to subtract from 0.5 the area from 0 to 1.9. So, what is the area from 0 to 1.9? Look at
0.47.
1.90. 0.4713. 0.4713. So, what is the simplification?
0.0287.
0.28.
0.0287.
0.0287. Okay. Okay. So finding probabilities like this is very important because remaining discussion completely we'll be using this standard normal table heavily. So we should be able to find out normal probabilities for different cases like this. Okay. If you have good practice, then rest of the discussion will be easier. What is the next one? To the left of 1.0. To the left of 1.0. How do you do this?
Z less
To
than
the
1.
left of 1 point how much? 1.0.
0, sir.
So how do we write this probability that Left means
Less than.
less than. Right means greater than. To the left of 1.0. 0 means 1.00. Let us write.
0.5
So 1
plus
is
0 to 1.
so I want this area. Left means this total area.
Yes,
Is that
sir.
okay? But already half of the area I know. Half of this left half is 0.5. Is that okay? So this is nothing but how do I write down this?
0.5 plus
I can write it
0
as
to
probability that z less than 0 plus probability that 0 less than z less than 1.0. Okay. Z less than 0 is 0.5 plus now it is sufficient to find out the area from 0 to 1. What is the area from 0 to 1? 0.3413. 0.3413. So what is our final answer? 0.8413. 8. Is it clear? So always you have to use the symmetric property of the normal curve, standard normal curve. What is the next one? To the right of minus 2.40. So to the right of minus 2.40. Right means what? Probability that z
greater than.
what's greater than minus 2.40. Okay. So minus 2.40 is a negative value. Okay. So this is minus 2.40. To the right means this entire area you have to find out. Okay. So first we shall split this. How do we split this? This right of minus 2.40 is nothing but probability that area from minus 2.40 to 0 and 0 onwards. Okay, that means I can write it as uh, z minus 2.40 less than z less than 0 plus probability that z greater than 0. Okay, but what is probability z greater than 0? Probability that z
0.5.
greater than 0 is
0.5.
0.5.
0.5 because this is right half of the normal curve. Okay, so this I can write out easily. That is nothing but 0.5. Now how do I convert this minus 2.40 to 0? Minus 2.40 to 0 is same as saying that 0
0
to
to 2.4.
2.40. Now look at your distribution table and see 2.40. 2.40.
0.4918.
0.4918. So 0.4918 plus 0.5 equal to
0.991.
0.991. Always remember
0.8.
your final answer should 0.9. Am I right? Okay. So your final simplification should not cross 1 because the total area is 1, right? So it should always be in between 0 to 1, whatever the value you get. Okay. Anything else? To
Yes,
the
sir.
right of minus 2.40. This is I completed, right? To the left of minus 3.0.
And to the
To the
right of
left of
2 also, sir.
to the left of minus 3.0. Where am I? To the left of minus 3.0 and to the right of 2.0. Okay, right. To the left of minus 3.0 and to the right of 2.0. Now tell me how to do this. Minus 3.0 is here. This left area I want, and to the right of 2.0. To the right of 2.0. Okay. So I want these tail areas. I want these tail areas. How do you find out these tail areas? So what I want is probability that z less than minus 3.0 and plus probability that z greater than 2.0. Can you tell me?
1 minus
Total
0.5
area is
minus
1, no? Total area is 1 minus, you subtract the area from -3 to 2. -3 less than z less than 2. Is that sufficient? So that you will get the tail areas. Now how do you split from -3 to 2? -3 to 2 I will split as -3 to 0 and 0 to 2. Am I right? So 1 minus probability from -3 less than z less than 0 plus probability that 0 less than z less than 2. Now I will convert negative values to positive values using symmetry. So probability that -3 to 0 is same as probability from 0 to 3. Am I right? So I will write it as 0 less than z less than 3 plus probability that 0 less than z less than 2. Okay. Now you just look at the normal distribution table and find out these values.
0.4987.
Again,
0.477.
so this is equal to 1 minus what? Can you tell me the first value?
0.4987.
4987 plus what is the area from
0.47.
0 to 2? 0.477.
477.
Okay. So add these two values and subtract from 1.
0.0241.
0.0241. Okay. So that is how we compute the probabilities. I think we have covered all the cases, right? Left tail, right tail, between negative value and positive value, between two positive values, between two negative values. Is that okay? Okay.
Yes.
Shall I proceed? I'll just discuss one more problem and stop the class. All of you look at the next problem. Find the value. Write down. Find the values of z. Find the value of z such that. Find the value of z such that the area between -0.23 and z is 0.5722. Find the value of z such that the area between -0.23 and z is 0.5722. So what is the question?
Value
So
of
to
z.
find z, the area from 0 to z less than what is that value? Z. 0 to z equal to how much? Can you tell me?
0.5722. Sir, it's from
0.57.
minus 0.23, sir.
Okay. Before going that, tell me whether this z2 value is going to be positive or negative. So you have to find out z such that this probability is equal to 0.5722.
Positive, sir.
Can z be negative?
No, sir.
No, sir.
See, here itself it is telling no 0 less than z means z is positive only. Yeah, I think is this correct? Is this
Minus 0.232 z.
minus 2 point sorry minus 0.2. -0.2. Okay, so minus 0.23 is minus 0.23 is a negative value. Where here this area must be 0.5722, and I can deliberately say that z will be positive because if z is negative, area between minus 0.23 and another negative value will be less than 0.5. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
If you have two negative z values,
Yes,
if you have
sir.
two negative z values, that area between those two negative z values will be less than 0.5. But here the area is more than 0.5. Definitely, so whatever the z you are going to find, that will be definitely positive. From this data you can understand. Okay. So how do you split this, sir? So
From minus
minus 2.3 to positive. So I can write it as minus 0.23 to 0 plus 0 to z equal to 0.5722. I am splitting this minus 0.23 to z as minus 0.23 to 0 and 0 to z. Is that okay? Now how do you find out this value? Minus 0.23 to 0. This is same as saying that minus 0.23 to 0 is same as saying that 0 to 0.23 plus probability that 0 less than z equal to 0.5722. Now, what is the area from 0 to 2.23?
0.0910.
0.23, 0.0910. 0.0910. Okay. So this implies that 0.0910 plus probability that 0 less than z equal to 0.5722. So from this you need the z such that 0 less than z equal to, subtract this value from the right side value. What is it?
0.4812.
4812.
0.4812. Yes, sir.
4812. Okay, 4812. Now you have to look at normal distribution table having area 0.4812. Corresponding to that area, you have to find out the value of z. Okay.
2.0.
If it is exactly matching, fine. If it is not exactly matching, you find out the value which is closer to the given probability. Okay. So where is the 0.4812? Search here. 0.4812. I'm able to find out the exact value.
Yes, sir.
0.4812. So what is it? 2.0.
2.08.
2.0.
Right,
0
sir.
is the first decimal. 8. 2.08. So this is, so from this z equal to 2. How much you are telling?
0.8, sir.
2.08. Okay. Is it okay? So previously when z value is given, we computed area. Now when area is given, we are able to find out z value. This is also a crucial problem. Okay. So just find out one more and start the class. What is the next one? Area between 1.15 and 0.0730. Okay. I think can you find out the remaining two? So take the remaining two as homework. We'll discuss remaining part of the problems in Monday's class. Now you understand how to compute z, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Please note down the remaining two. Find the value of z. Thus the area between 1.15 and z is 0.0730. And the area between minus z to z is 0.9. Okay. Now just listen, all of you please listen. Are you able to see this distribution?
Yes, sir.
Suppose if the area is 0.2765, 0.2765, is it 0.2765 here?
No, sir.
No, but that is closer to 0.2764. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So in that case, you take this value. Okay. So what will be that 0? Then the value of z will be 0.7,
6.
0.76. Is that okay? So if the value is not matching with the probable area values given in the standard normal distribution, okay, which area is closer to the given probability, that corresponding to z, that z value you have to take. Sometimes sometimes the area may be exactly in the middle of these two. Okay, suppose I may say the area is 0.3780. 0.3780 is in the middle of these two values, 0.3770 and 0.3790. Can you see that? 0.3780 I am telling. 80 is exactly middle of these two values. Okay? Then in that case, what you have to do? You have to take the average of the corresponding z values of these two values. What is the z value corresponding to this? 1.16. 1.16. This value is 1.17. So what is the average of 1.16 and 1.17?
1.165.
1.165. That value you have to take. Is that clear? If the value is exactly middle of the neighboring values, then take the average of the corresponding z values. Otherwise, which value is nearer to area, given area, correspondingly that z value would take. Okay. So with this understanding, you please try to solve the remaining two problems. Okay. So rest of the problems we'll see on Monday's class. Is it fine? Stay back. Let me take the attendance.